Shalom, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halal, Yahweh Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Waha Rakah Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, the men who taught me this truth. Also, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying. This lesson is going to be centered around the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9 and 10. And it reads, "If any man have an ear, let him hear." So this here is not talking about the physical hear. This means to understand. So if any man can understand, let him understand this. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And we being amongst the believers, the hopeful elect, we have embarked upon the road of patience. Due to us receiving that marvelous gift from the Most High, which is faith, by us receiving faith, by default, we're going to have what? Patience. Because the thing that we're truly believing in, we're going to wait for it. That's why the book of Romans, chapter 8, and verse 24 tells us, "For we, which is the believers, are saved by hope." And how do we hope? Through the gift of faith. But hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doeth he yet hope for? Verse 25, "But if we hope for that we see not," which is us being the next rulers, us being delivered out of this captivity, so forth and so on, "then do we with patience wait for it." Let's read that again. Romans 8 and 25. "But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it." How do we hope? Once again, through the gift of faith that gives us the capability to hope. And if we have true faith, which is to believe, which is to trust, which is to hope, we're going to have patience, meaning we're going to wait for what we're hoping in. Now, the book of Galatians, chapter 6, and verse 9, "And let us," which is a separation, "not be weary in well-doing," which is what? Believing upon Yahweh Shai, which is working the works of the Most High. "For in due season," something that you got to what? Have patience to make it to, "we shall reap if we faint not," meaning continue to suffer. All right. Now, I have that word patience pulled up in a simple Google definition.
Patient.
It says, able to accept or tolerate delays. What's the first scripture that comes to mind? The book of Proverbs 13 and verse 12. "Hope deferred maketh the heart sick, but when the desire cometh, it is a tree of life." So our hope, how do we hope? Through the gift of faith, is being deferred. Deferred means to what? Tarry or prolong. And when something is tarrying or prolonging, you must have patience to endure that. So our hope deferred maketh the heart sick. What is our hope? Our heart's desire is to see Yahweh Shai and for Yahweh Shai to receive us at his coming. But when the desire cometh, which is Yahweh Shai, it is a tree of life. Okay, so if we have patience to wait for Yahweh Shai's coming, it's going to lead to a tree of life. Okay, and we being amongst the believers have embarked upon a road of patience. All right, but that patience is going to manifest into a marvelous gift, which is a crown that will never leave our heads, okay? Because the wicked is going to get taken out of his place. The book of Psalms 37 and verse 1, it says, "Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity." Verse 2, "For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb." So that's why we must have patience and fret not ourselves, which that's not an easy thing to do all the time because we burn with righteous anger, all right? But patience, and that comes by us having faith and also understanding we're not going to fret ourselves as much, okay, when we didn't understand and when we didn't understand what faith was, okay? Because now we have faith, and through that faith, we understand that Esau Edom is going to get taken out of his way. This is all the plan of the Most High, but we must have patience so we can endure the whole movie that the Most High have put forth, okay? And we all know the end results, which is the wicked being taken out of rulership and we being put back in rulership. But in order to receive that, we must continue on the road of patience because the Most High, Yahweh Shah, and the angels' time is not our time. This is one thing that we must know. 2 Peter 3 and verse 8. It says, "But beloved," all right, which this translates to who? The hopeful elect, all right? And that's what we want to be, the elect, all right? So it says, "But beloved," which is the elect, and we being the hopeful elect want to be a part of that beloved. "But beloved, be not ignorant," meaning this is something you need to know, "of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day." Let's read that again. "But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day." All right. So our time frame being upon the earth is not the same time frame of the Most High, Yahweh Shai, and the rest of the angels. That's why we must have patience. All right, because the Most High is what? Long suffering. Okay? In order for us to be long suffering, we must endure the road of patience. Okay? Because the scripture tells us in the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, the point is in verse 3, but I'm going to start at verse 1. "I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I reprove. And the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, answered me and said, Write the vision," which is the prophecies, "and make it plain upon tables." All right? And these prophecies are plain in the scriptures to those that understand, those that can see, which is having the eye salve, the anointment of the eyes. It says that he may run that read of it, all right? And we are running, meaning doing the work. We're reading the prophecies and we're doing the work. Verse 3, this is the point. "For the vision, the prophecies, is yet for an appointed time." Not when you want them to pop off, not when you want things to happen. It's for an appointed time. And that time has already been appointed from the beginning. It says, "But at the end it shall speak," and we are at the end. And we see the visions speaking and not lie. "Though it tarry," see that? Wait for it. And you must have what? Patience to do that. Because the Most High, Yahweh Shai, and the angels' time is not our time. It says, "Because it will surely come, it will not tarry." And that's going back to when America is going to be destroyed in 1 hour. The destruction is not going to tarry. But in order for us to make it to that day, we must what? Continue upon the road of patience. All right? And not get weary in well-doing. Because Esau Edom is going to get taken down. All right? The earth is going to get put back up under the rule of the righteous, starting with Yahweh Shai. But we must continue on the road of patience in order to receive that. Let's go back to the definition patience one more time.
Patient.
Able to accept or tolerate delays, problems, or suffering without becoming annoyed or obnoxious. All right. And that's being sifted in your mind. Okay. Thinking that Yahweh Shai is not coming, that the Most High is not going to allow Yahweh Shai, the rest of the angels, to spring into action, that this devil is not going to go down. You can get sifted within your mind with those evil thoughts. All right. And that's those that have failed from their road of patience. And there is a penalty for that. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2. And I'm going to start at verse 11. For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and save in a time of affliction. Woe be to the fearful hearts, all right, the fearful minds, and faint hands, see that? Those that fall out. And the sinner that goeth two ways, meaning you don't want to continue in the straight gate. You don't want to be single-eyed. Why? Because you lack faith, and that allows you to lack patience. Verse 13, woe means massive death and destruction. So this is the penalty unto him that is faint-hearted. For he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? See that? So it's all about us keeping our patience, continuing on the road of patience, because in reality, it's going to lead to a crown of life, which is for us to see Yahweh Shai and Yahweh Shai to receive us. So pray for an increase of patience in these times. Lord willing, I pray that this made sense and that this was edifying. Shalom, DTA, Abar Babal, soon.